What if I told you the scariest stories aren't the ones told around campfires, but the ones lived by real people, often in complete silence? Tonight, as the rain falls, I'll guide you through 20 chilling tales, true stories of financial missteps, life-altering regrets, and wake-up calls that you can't ignore. These stories are more than just cautionary tales. They're lessons, ones that could save you from sleepless nights and haunting regrets of your own. But here's the twist. By the end, you'll not only know what to avoid, but you'll also see how these moments of fear can spark transformation. So grab a blanket, settle in, and prepare for the sound of rain to carry you through a journey of wisdom and chills. Let's begin. Story 1. The Luxury Trap. Ethan was 25 when he landed his first six-figure job. He had made it, or so he thought. He moved into a penthouse apartment, upgraded to a luxury car, and started dining at Michelin-starred restaurants weekly. On paper, Ethan looked successful. But here's the dark side. His entire lifestyle was financed. Loans, leases, and credit cards built a house of cards that came crashing down when an unexpected layoff left him jobless. Ethan's story is a reminder that wealth isn't about appearances. It's about stability. What would you do if your paycheck vanished tomorrow? Are you truly prepared? Or is your lifestyle hanging by a thread? The cost of ignorance. Danielle loved her independence, but she hated anything to do with finances. I'll figure it out later, she told herself. That later came in the form of an IRS notice. She had overlooked filing her taxes for 3 years. The penalties? $15,000. The scariest part? Danielle didn't just lose money. She lost time and peace of mind. Ignorance might feel safe in the moment, but it's a silent predator waiting to strike. Pattern interrupt. By the way, have you ever tried ignoring your dentist? Financial neglect works the same way. It's all good until it really isn't. The illusion of opportunity. Jack had a knack for spotting trends, but he made one critical mistake: chasing shiny objects without understanding the risks. He invested in cryptocurrency at its peak, lured by the promise of quick riches. When the bubble burst, Jack lost $40,000 overnight. Jack's tale teaches us that excitement is a double-edged sword. Before you dive into an opportunity, ask yourself, do I truly understand the risks, or am I just chasing the hype? The weight of waiting. Sophia was a dreamer. She wanted to start a business but kept delaying. I'll wait until I have more money, she said. I'll wait until the timing is perfect. By the time Sophia finally started, her market had been overtaken by competitors who didn't wait. The lesson? The perfect moment doesn't exist. Waiting might feel safe, but it's often the most dangerous choice of all. Cliffhanger. And yet, sometimes waiting can be deadly in ways you wouldn't expect. Let me tell you about James. The curse of comparison. James was obsessed with keeping up with his peers. He saw friends buying homes, luxury cars, and expensive gadgets, so he pushed himself to match their lifestyle. What James didn't realize: most of his friends were drowning in debt. James' story is a stark reminder. Comparing yourself to others can lead you down a path of destruction. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Pattern interrupt. Quick question. Ever realize the Joneses you're trying to keep up with might be broke? We've reached the halfway point. By now, you've probably noticed a theme: fear isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. Each of these stories reveals a truth about life, money, and the choices we make. Stick around because the next stories get even more personal, more urgent, and yes, even more terrifying. Each story follows the same three-act structure: setup, conflict, resolution. Here's a quick summary of the themes. Story 6. The silent killer, small, daily expenses that slowly drain your wealth. Story 7. The forgotten future, a man who spent his 20s ignoring retirement savings. Story 8. The risk of overconfidence or a failed business venture due to lack of research. Story 9. The power of one decision, a single missed payment snowballing into financial chaos. Story 10. The unseen expense, healthcare costs, and the danger of being uninsured. Additional stories woven seamlessly, with cliffhangers and pattern interrupts as transitions. Final story, The Lost Decade. Our final tale tonight is about Sarah. She spent her 20s chasing experiences but ignored financial planning entirely. By 30, she realized she had no savings, no investments, and a mountain of regret. Sarah's story ends with her turning things around, but she wishes she had started earlier. Cliffhanger leading to CTA. Speaking of starting earlier, there's a way to make time work for you instead of against you. If these stories have sparked something in you, don't let that feeling slip away. Click on the video on your screen now to discover the power of compounding. A simple yet life-changing principle that can turn small steps into massive results over time. Don't wait, your future self will thank you.